Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. First of all, I wish you a great start to the weekend. Enjoy it, and let's take a look at the structures. Short-term bullish, short-term bearish. Still caught in this, basically in this range, and we really just need that range breakout. When we look at this structure here and we see it better on the daily time frame, then you can see that the market has approached the first structural resistance level on the chart, which is highlighted here in red at 67,520. This is sort of 67,500. I mean, it's sort of a bit of a range there, but this is sort of the previous swing low area, a swing high area. Price needs to break above it. I think a break above this level could send the price to the next structural resistance. That's without considering fib levels at the moment, but just looking visually at the chart, you have a range breakout here, first one, and then the second one could be around 71,870. Regardless of Fibonacci levels, these are definitely two levels to consider, and also potentials where the price still could fail and come down from, get rejected basically. So just pay attention to that. These are breakout points as well as possible resistances. Similar situation was here, our trend line that we talked about, this descending wedge pattern. The price broke the trend line and then rallied to the next level. So before we dive into the microstructure, we've yesterday sent out our first newsletter. You can sign up for that on our website. Just go to the main page and then scroll down. You see here, you can sign up. Every weekend there's a newsletter we now send out. That's one thing. The other one is that on X today, we've asked you guys again what you want to see as a specific video that we only publish on X. And the one that I'm going to publish today is CKB. Don't know if I find a poll now, but CKB, yeah, was the clear winner, okay, over QNT, Algo, and Sand. So CKB video later on X, Twitter. They now renamed the URL as well, so it is officially X now. So yeah, can't say Twitter anymore, but yeah, feel free to check it out. You'll find a link to the Twitter handle in the link in the description below. Going back to BTC, we now need to look at the microstructure. Okay, so also here, you know, these two levels I just mentioned, you can see them here. I will take those lines out because they block our view. That's why it's so handy to use different time frames. But yeah, these are the two structural levels, and you see how we've approached that one. It's basically very much in line with our Fibonacci resistance area, which is why this is such an important, let's say, resistance level. Short-term bearish count. There are various ways, I have to say, you know, how this could still break. I really try to keep it as easy as possible. There are still various ways also how the structure can transform. So I really try to keep it as simple as possible with those support and resistance areas. And in the wave count in which wave 4 is still unfolding, I'm talking about the wave 4 that started here at the third wave top in March, we're dealing with a W, X, Y structure. And in the Y wave, A, B, C. So this is one way of still coming down. So it's very much prone to failure, this potential uptrend. Doesn't mean it has to fail. I did say it yesterday in the video. The way I decided to approach this current structure from an analytical way is I show you the pathways to the upside, which I am, but also specifically the areas where the bearish counts could lead to a failure of the local uptrend. And when at these key pivots we see a rejection and then a break below support, it indicates we're heading back into main support, into our main support area, which is obviously down here between 50,700 and 61,750. So that is the main support zone. That's really what has remained really reliable, and it has been very reliable over the last couple of months. Okay, so I always encourage people to search for what is actually reliable on a chart. And yeah, you know, this zone is quite stable. So then going into the micro, yeah, we can see that from this swing low that was formed on the 1st of May, in the, let's say, white count, okay, in which we could still come down, the current thesis is that this was an A wave rally, B wave pullback, and we're now in a C wave. Yeah, something more bullish might develop out of it, which is why I've highlighted as alternative, you know, the low could be in. But let's first see if we can fill in this, let's say, short-term bearish count. And if it's filled in and we don't break below support, then we will climb higher. So I'll always give you, the value of the analysis is essentially to give you the relevant support levels, right? So I will give you those support areas at any stage, the boxes, trend reversal zones. But even in this white count, we could stretch ideally a little higher in wave 5 of C, of B, to possibly sort of the high 69, maybe low 70K region. And then the moment of truth will come. That's sort of what I'm tracking for the white count. In the white count, I don't know what happened here. Okay. In the white count, I cannot rule out that we will test the micro support area again in an alternative wave 4. I've marked it with a question mark here. So it is possible at this stage that we will dip into the lower support region again, or test it again, or at least come close to it. So another pullback is likely, especially on a weekend. Cannot rule that out at least, yeah? Because it's possible that the third is actually up here. That's a bit ambiguous. So, but to keep it very simple, as long as we're holding 63,150, the focus can be on higher. Then the price is obviously in Fibonacci resistance as well. You know, there's a Fibonacci resistance zone. Next level to the upside is 67,450. That's resistance. Breaking above it should send us to the next upside target. And then the yellow count is directly bullish, in which in this scenario there is not an A wave up, but a wave 1. The pullback is a wave 2. Okay, could have bottomed here, maybe it will bottom here. Again, what's more important than the microstructure are the levels. So for the yellow count to keep it alive, it needs to hold 58,360, which means in very simple terms, as soon as we break below the upper support region, if we break it, no guarantees, then the lower one will come into focus. And this needs to hold for the yellow count, like to keep the idea alive that we indeed could have completed the 4th wave on the 1st of May. So that should give you all the parameters to watch for, I think, this weekend. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.